So I'm Jason and I'm here with our farm manager Bobby Forrest, and we are collecting mulberry trees for our food forest. This is one of the phenomena we call emergent properties, and that's when you design a system, and if you do a good job, then things come out of the system that you didn't expect to come out. So one of the things that we've been doing is planting a lot of mulberries around here because their leaves can be used as tree hay to be fed to the goats and the pigs. The leaves are very nutritious, and some of the most nutritious leaves you can feed animals for fodder. And so we've been planting around the edge, not only for their leaves but also for their berries. We were walking underneath a very mature white mulberry for years, and I was thinking, I wish I could get the chickens out here to eat these mulberries. Well, then we just started planting mulberries in the chicken yard that made great benefit of all the fertility in the chicken yard, grew like crazy, and then are dropping berries for the chickens to eat. An emergent property of that observation and imitation of what we saw was that when we took the hogs off this piece of property last May, we didn't notice then, but months later all these mulberries started to emerge where they had been stationed. And so we could go a couple ways, and I think we'll probably go both. We're going to fence in a portion of them with some electric wire so that as they grow we can just cut them and throw them to the hogs as fodder or the goats, and just see how that works, because I know in some systems people grow mulberries incredibly close, cut them like hay, and then give them to animals for fodder. So we're going to fence off a portion of that. The others we're going to dig up and plant along the creek, or if we've missed a spot around the chicken yard, we can plant them there. So to increase the number of berries that fall on the ground, because already we have trees that will give us hundreds of pounds of free food for the chickens every year, and they love them. They stand under the tree and wait for those berries to drop. So more and more of that, as densely as we can plant them. But beyond that, they seem to like the river and creek banks. So if we plant them along there, there'll be food for birds along that corridor. They'll hold the banks from eroding, soak up the rainwater, so it'll prevent a measure of flooding downstream. And from that, we'll have another emergent property of birds eating that improved variety of mulberry and then dropping them elsewhere and spreading them all over the place. So we're going to affect our larger neighborhood with the help of the birds and the mulberries we planted to spread the mulberry love around our neighborhood. So that's what we're doing today. And each of these trees that we bought, like we bought mulberries like this, bare root mulberries, they're on super sale. They're like $10 a piece. So every one I dig out of the ground, 10 seconds later I'm $10 richer, 20, 30, 40, 50. And so I got $100 in my hand plus. So this is wealth right here.